What's going on, everyone? This is Devin, and we're back for another sports talk. I think this is episode 33. I was kind of counting the other day, to see where we're actually at. And I kind of just settled on 33 because there's some that we did that were just this is gonna be a college episode. This before we kind of okay, we're just doing sports talk, and so there's kind of more, but there's kind of less of the actual just sports talk. So middle ground kind of is about 33 between the two that I counted. So we're sticking with 33 now. So we'll move forward with that. So we'll jump into it. I got Austin in studio. Hopefully Cavi will call soon. How you been?
Pretty good, man. Just chilling. Haven't been paying too much attention, so we'll see how this week goes.
Yeah, we'll with NFL, I really haven't paid attention, so I don't really know what's going on actually with that. But let's say, do you have any updated news with the NFL?
So I guess the only thing that I've seen big player-wise is that Jarvis Landry got signed to the Saints, which helps them out, I think, tremendously with Michael Thomas not really knowing what he's going to do off of injury. I mean, he is getting a little older, so maybe he comes back and does what he did a couple of years ago. Maybe not. So with Jarvis Landry there, and then their draft pick, Chris Olave from Ohio State, I think that'll be a solid 3, especially with Jameis Winston throwing the ball. I mean, they got the threats now with Alvin Kamara and those 3. We'll see what they can do.
Yeah, I definitely think that will be. I heard Drew Brees even talked about coming out of retirement with all those weapons on.
Yeah, I did see that, which would be crazy. I don't think he could compete that well, but
no, he's not like a Tom Brady. I mean, he was a good quarterback and everything, but he's not that elite that I think he would do.
I did see that they were right around the Bucs in the division as going to be the division leader, so we'll see.
Cavi, can you hear us?
Yeah, Carolina's winning the division, so I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
my. Get out of here. Maybe if they bench Sam Darnold, dude.
QB,
yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to just read here if there's anything else that I've missed in the headlines.
Yeah, news-wise, nothing big. I mean, it looks like Watson's meeting in Texas.
Yeah.
To go over some legality stuff.
Yeah.
I heard 3 to 4 weeks is what it's looking like.
Oh, really? That he's not going to be able to play?
Yeah. So that could be just some random guy, but that's just what I saw.
Oh, that's not bad. It could be way worse. They were talking he wouldn't even be able to play the whole season.
But that pretty much means they kind of have to keep Baker if they want to have a decent season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Let's see. So that wouldn't be bad for them if it's only 3 to 4 weeks. Did you guys see? So it says right here. I was reading up a little bit on it, but Cohen, the running backs from the Bears, he's a free agent right now. He was live streaming a workout so he could possibly get signed somewhere, and tore his Achilles on this live stream.
No kidding.
Yeah. I was just reading up on it. I thought that was kind of funny. Sucks for him because he actually is a decent running back, but no. So, tore his Achilles, live streaming his workout to try to get signed.
That would just suck. Achilles is one of the worst.
I know, dude. That's what Ajabo has right now is his Achilles after his workout, too, on his pro day. But
Cavi, have you looked at, overall team wins anymore since they've released the schedule now?
No, I didn't look at them yet. I'll have to do that this week or next week.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm I need to look at, breaking down the Lions, how many wins do I think they really could get?
I think Cavi and I were looking at it not too long ago, weren't we, Cav?
Yeah, we were looking at it the other day.
When we were being super, super optimistic, we said they could get 8. But when we were being, realistic, it was 5.
Yeah.
So, we were thinking
it's just so hard for them because we don't know what to expect from, the Bears and
the Eagles.
Green Bay and freaking, their whole division is kind of up in the air.
Right, yeah. Literally.
There's been a lot of changes.
Right. But, so there's some upcoming stuff the NFL that you should know coming into the season. So this thing, it has like 8 different things here. This says the Bills are by far the best team in the league. Agree or disagree?
I mean, probably.
Yeah, overall, I guess like returning team wise, I would have to put them there.
I would think so as well. I mean, offensive and defensively, they're solid. The only thing I'm kind of skeptical on is how good is their receiving core and their running backs. Because I know Devin Singletary started to kind of go off at the end of the year, but before that, I mean, it was so up in the air. They didn't know between him and Zach Moss what they were going to do. And now they just drafted James Cook, Dalvin Cook's little brother. So it kind of sounds like if he's as good as his brother, which they're expecting him to be, if not better, that he's going to start taking over as a rookie. I mean, so they're kind of up in the air at the running back position. And then behind Stephon Diggs, I mean, who do they really have at wide receiver?
I don't know.
I think it was like maybe Gabriel Davis or Corey Davis. One of the two. But, yeah, I mean, even if that's their second wide receiver, I just don't know, like, playmaking-wise.
My phone's being slow. I was just going to look up to see who their wide receivers were.
So, I mean, we'll see there. I do, besides, like, the skill position, because I think they have enough, like, threats where they can make up for it. I still would say that they're the best.
Yeah. Bills, so Stephon Diggs, Jamison Crowder.
Yeah. Crowder's pretty
McKenzie. Yeah, the rest of these guys I really don't know.
Right, yeah. So
be interesting to see how Josh Allen does.
Caleb Coven.
You there?
Hello, remind your phone.
Me? Hello?
There we go. Why'd you lose
You hung up on me.
No, you lost service or something.
So that was one of the things. Another thing is this year, it says this year's just going to be a bunch of middle-class contenders. Like there's going to be a couple of good teams, a couple of bad teams, and then the rest of it is just going to be so up in the air. Again, like, do you agree, disagree?
That's kind of what was that what we were talking? I literally passed 1,500 cops. Holy crap! But anyway, I think was it last week we were talking about this? How like
we were, Kev.
We said there were like, or I don't even know if this is maybe you and I talking about it, but we're like this is another year where we're going to see like a losing team get in the playoffs because it's just like.
Oh yeah, I do remember
like that. There's like 3 really good teams, and the rest could literally like anything could happen. Like they're all going to be like 500 teams.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. There's so many teams this year that it's just like it's going to be a well-competing league, I think, personally. I mean, even on you look at the top 4 FPI, this is the top 4 FPI, Bills, Packers, Rams, Chiefs. I mean, those guys right there are going to be competing alone with their divisions because we don't know how well they're actually going to do in their divisions. So
yeah.
That's why I feel like a lot of teams, it'll be interesting to see how the divisions, turn out. Like
right. So, and then the next thing it says, while we're getting on the divisions, is the AFC West the most stacked division? And the AFC West is Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders. They have the Chargers at like a 25% chance to win. If that tells you anything.
That's what I was going to just bring up. I was like, Chiefs are a top 4 team, but I don't even know if I see them winning their division.
Right, yeah. So it has Chargers, Broncos, and Chiefs all within like 2% of each other winning the division. And then Raiders not too far behind.
I would say even Raiders with Devontae Adams now, it's like,
yeah.
I mean, that could be the missing piece of
and I
really
totally,
good team.
Yeah, I totally agree with that because they have him and Hunter Renfrow, who kind of just went off last year. Yeah. And then Derek Carr's
Waller.
Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs. I mean, dude, they're kind of stacked if you think about it.
Yeah, and Derek Carr's playing good enough. They just finally have the team around him now.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to surprise people is what I think. And then I don't know if you want to keep going through these. They have a few more.
Go for it.
Yeah.
The next one is, was the Super Bowl run a fluke for the Bengals? Because on here it's saying everybody thinks that the Bengals are going to be trash this year.
I mean, I could see it turning out to be a fluke, but I don't think so. I think, well,
They got almost I feel like they got almost everybody returning.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see if there's any tells that, having this whole offseason to watch Burrow's game film to see if, hey, there's tells that he's going to be going this way or this way.
Right.
Hey, so it'll be interesting to see how that, because, going into this year, he didn't really have a ton of playing time the year before because he got injured.
No, I think they make the playoffs again. I don't think they make the Super Bowl. I think they make the first or second round, but then that's about it. I think for the next... Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't even remember what they really did in the draft, but if they fix their offensive line, that's going to be huge for them. I don't know if they did that or not in the offseason.
No, I think they got a few moves on the offensive line, and then I know they drafted Dax Hill to fix their safety issue, which it sounds like he's going to go wherever they need him the best, whether it's corner, whether it's safety, but they definitely needed that secondary help. So they could be even better, honestly, with that offensive line help.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I think Joe Burrow's like the guy.
Oh, for sure. And they have 3 very good receivers who are very young.
Yep, exactly.
And then Joe Mixon and Chris Evans, honestly, played really well last year, so hopefully he comes up and starts to play a little bit more. I would love to see that, especially coming out of Michigan. So, but yeah, I think they'll do even better. The next thing they have is Chicago on the clock, because they have Chicago as the worst team in the league right now, according to their strength of schedule and their roster. And they were saying Justin Fields is going to play about the same as he did last year, which was definitely not good.
Yeah.
So is Chicago on the clock to be the next, Detroit Lions, the Jacksonville Jaguars? Are they going to be that for the next 3 to 5 years?
I could see it. I mean, unless Justin Fields makes a huge change.
Yeah.
But I don't see him doing that. I think they're not going to be as good as what people think.
I don't either. I don't think Justin Fields, I mean, I see the potential there. I see how well he can play, but I don't know, man. It's just those Ohio State quarterbacks. There's something about them.
There's like a curse on them.
There is. So I don't know. I think they're probably right there. It shows them, and then the Jets are gonna fight for that worst spot in the league, which kind of surprises me, especially after the Jets draft. I think they had a pretty good draft. Let's see. And then the last thing it shows here, do you think the 49ers are overrated? Because it has the 49ers as one of the top 10 teams in the league.
I mean, their biggest thing is, what the heck's going on, right? Debo doesn't even want to play for them. Jimmy G's still there, but they freaking went all in on Trey Lance. So, what's going on? That's kind of the thing.
No, I totally agree.
Scare for most people.
Mm-hmm. If Debo's gone, and if they start Trey Lance, which they're going to get rid of Jimmy G. But especially if Debo's gone, I don't see them as a top 10 team. I do see them as overrated.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I don't think they make the playoffs even, really, because...
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be very good at all.
Yeah, which maybe it could be like a Patrick Mahomes thing. Patrick Mahomes sat his entire first year, came back, won MVP. So, I don't know. Maybe Trey Lance could do that.
And I feel like the Niners are always a team that are I feel like they're always underrated going into the season. Maybe this is the first time they're overrated. But
yeah. No, I think they're overrated. Their defense is solid still, which they always are. I feel like the Niners always have that defense. But, yeah, there's just too many questions, like you said. What's going on with them? Definitely overrated. But, yeah, the last thing I have on the NFL is, did you guys see the first game of the year? who the matchup is?
I did.
I don't even remember.
Bills Rams, right?
Bills Rams, arguably the two best teams in the league right now. That's what they start out with.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be a good game. Which always the first game is normally a big game.
Yeah, I think last year it was like Cowboys and something. I can't remember who else it was, but it went into overtime and everything. So it was a very good game, and I see that being about the same thing this year. Something to get us super hyped. And
week 1 to see who's off. So that's a Thursday night, Bills Rams game. That'll be pretty pumped. Maybe do a live watch podcast or something.
Yeah, that would be so fun
and then Eagles Lions, Saints Falcons. Caleb has Panthers versus Browns. He'll be looking for on Sunday.
Hey, if Watson's not playing that first week, I could see Panthers pulling up the offset because Baker fucking sucks.
We ain't gonna win a game until they put Matt Corral in.
Dude, unless Sam comes out and does what he did last year and plays out like MVP status the first 5 weeks.
Well, that's because Christian McCaffrey was healthy.
Do you think he stays healthy? Do you have any faith in him?
I don't know. I think he does, and I think Carolina's almost in a situation where they have to not give him as many carries. And I mean, they got Foreman now.
Right.
A really good power back. I mean, we got Hubbard who can kind of do a little bit of everything like Christian. So.
No, I definitely think that's why they traded for Foreman, because they're trying to take away the less stress for Christian McCaffrey, so then he can stay healthy.
I've heard a lot of people say that he's going to be like in the slot a lot.
Oh, really?
And he's pretty much unguardable throughout his career so far as a receiver.
Yeah. No, that'd be awesome. I mean, I hope he stays healthy. Yeah. I still have faith that he's one of the better running backs, top 5. But, yeah, they just need to find out a way to get him healthy.
Last chance.
Yeah, definitely one of his last chances.
I mean, DJ Moore is arguably a top 5 receiver in the league.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was looking at a stat from him, and I guess he has like 1,300 yards or more the last like 3 or 4 seasons, which is the most out of any wide receiver. It was something like crazy like that.
It'd be nice if we could get another receiver probably, but
yeah, especially after the way.
Okay. We finally got a decent tight end. We got a little white guy. I don't know his name. He's pretty good. I forgot his name.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. I don't remember his name either, but I did say they got the tight end. But yeah, after the way Robbie Anderson played last year, they definitely need somebody to help DJ out.
Yeah. And Sam out.
Yeah, no shit.
Offensive line should be better, though. Defense is going to be probably the best defense in the league.
I would say, yeah, I would agree that they're going to be up there for sure. Sucks they got rid of Gilmore, but I would agree they should be up there.
All right. We'll switch over to the NBA. Hey, we're going into kind of final games like tonight's, not till late with Golden State and Dallas.
Yep.
Yesterday was Boston and Miami.
Yeah, yep. Which Jimmy Butler went off, dude. He's the reason they won that.
Yeah, they had like a 22-2 run.
Yeah, freaking crazy.
I think I want to say it was right after half. They come out and went 22-2 because, Celtics, I think, put up 14 in the third.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right here it shows 39. Heat had 39. Celtics had 14 in the third.
Mm-hmm.
So it just came out and absolutely dominated. And then, like I said, Jimmy Butler is freaking crazy. For him to be 32 years old and still doing this, I think he's averaging like 36 points in the postseason, which he had 41 last night.
Yeah, he had 41 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists.
Yeah, and I think he had 4 steals and 3 blocks. So even on the
insane.
defensive end, he was going crazy, man. Yeah, I don't know. If they can keep playing like this, I feel like they have enough people on the bench to help him out. And honestly, they could make it to the next round. I was thinking Celtics all the way, but after that performance, I mean, I was pretty impressed.
The question is, can they keep that performance up?
Exactly. Like, is Jimmy Butler going to stay that hot? Like I said, he's 32 years old. Does he have the stamina? I mean, that's still pretty young, but for a professional athlete, like 32 is kind of old.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Celtics have the youth, so if Celtics can hold on and make it, game 6, game 7, they probably will pull it off because I know the Heat do have a little bit older.
Now, they're at Miami for these first 2, right?
I think that goes back and forth. Don't quote me on that.
I thought it, and maybe I'm wrong. It used to be where they play 2 in one stadium, 2 in the next stadium, then they go back and forth after that.
Yeah, I don't see where it shows here.
Let's see. Wednesday. We need Thursday. At Miami.
At Miami, yep. So, yeah, sounds like 2-2.
So, yeah. If they can survive, like, come out of Miami with 1-1, like they can go and win on Thursday, tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, they're definitely still alive.
Oh, yeah.
They're a little bit of a hole if they lose, though, on tomorrow.
Yeah. Definitely. So, I mean, any of these teams are going to do, or, like, they got the talent.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's just what I was going to say is, like, maybe it's because I watched more of the NBA this year, but, like, this playoffs has been absolutely crazy. Like, the Bucks and Suns being the best 2 teams pretty much all year. And then pretty much, I mean, they didn't get destroyed by the Celtics and Mavericks, but for those 2 teams that pull out the series win, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Even now, who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was surprised, especially with the Mavs, because I remember last week I was saying, like, out of any of these teams, I see Mavs not making it. And that was just, because. But then Luka comes out and freaking...
I was going to say, Luka might be the best player in basketball.
Dude.
When he plays like that.
I know. I just saw a stat that he averaged more points than Devin Booker, who was like the third in the MVP race, 3rd or 4th. He had more rebounds than DeAndre Ayton, who is like 7 foot tall, the center for Suns. He had more assists than Chris Paul, who was like the leading assist this year. He had more steals than the second runner-up for the Defensive Player of the Year. So it's just like all of these stats, he was better than everybody. Like that, just crazy. He's so good.
He is.
Now looking at this Mavs versus Warriors, like it's really like we were just saying, Luka, is gonna be the big tell on Mavs. And then Warriors always seems to give up like 1 or 2 games. Like it's like they just didn't show up to play
last time.
Hey, so it's like, can they line up or the games that Warriors show up to play, Luka goes off,
right?
And then the few games where Warriors are not there, Luka just has an all right night.
Yeah,
because that's how that's gonna have to happen for them to win.
Right.
In my opinion, at least.
So here's the 2 factors that I see. If Luka has somebody else who scores 20-plus points, they seem to win. So if he can get that other person to come and help him out, then there's a possibility. And then same thing for Warriors. If Jordan Poole comes out and scores 18-plus off the bench, then they seem to win. So I think it's kind of based on that. If Poole can come out, play a good game, Warriors are going to definitely win with ease. But if Luka gets that help and has somebody that scores 20-plus points aside of him, then it's going to be a really tight race.
I hope someday that we have enough money as doing this podcast where we could fly to like some of the games, like fly down to Miami to go watch Boston versus Miami, or
that'd be
to Dallas for Mavs, or even just wait till the finals and go fly to wherever the finals are at.
Wouldn't that be fun? I'll definitely do that. But yeah, no, this has been an exciting playoffs.
It has been. Like, it's been good games, too. I mean, there's been a few that are like, that was kind of a boring game. Right. But most of the time, they've been exciting.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, just like this last round, two games, or 2 series that went to Game 7.
Yeah.
So.
Now, I do see, like, the Celtics Heat being a more exciting than Mavs versus Warriors.
You think Warriors are just going to run with it?
Not necessarily because of that, just because of like just overall action in every game.
Oh yeah,
like compare minute to minute action with the Celtics versus Miami.
Okay.
Hey,
yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's just with like watching Jimmy Butler last night. Like that was actually
that was awesome.
That was a pretty fast-paced game they played, and that's why I wonder if Miami can keep up with that younger group on the Celtics there.
Right.
And then, and I almost think Celtics may be coming out and playing like that at that fast pace to try to tire out Miami in the long run. With Warriors and Mavs, like we said, Warriors are going to show up for, probably 4, if they go all 7, and they'll be 4 or 5 out of the 7 games. There'll be 2 or 3 they're going to take off.
Yeah.
And we just won't know why.
Right.
If Luka's not going off and doesn't have someone else on the team, though, like we were just talking, if that's not happening, then that's going to be boring.
Like a slow game.
So I could see 4 or 3 of these games in this series with Mavs versus Golden State just not that exciting to watch. So I'll be interested to see how tonight goes. I'll probably throw it on tonight and to watch through and see if it's an exciting one or not. But I could definitely see this happening where it's like, okay, every time you turn on Miami versus Boston, great game. And you don't know what you're going to get with Mavs versus Golden State. So for the excitement factor and stuff, I could see that happening, I guess.
Now that we've narrowed it down to 4 teams, do you have one in mind that you're just like, all right?
Nope, I went through money on the 2 teams I didn't have. I threw money on Dallas and Heat just because I didn't have them picked, so I threw $5 on them to be champs. And I think each one pays out like $35 or something on the $5 bet. So, like I said, gives me basically a cover, or for basically if either one of those team wins and with just throwing 5 on, I basically make all my money back for all the future bets I just placed.
Oh, there you go.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, I know I'm going to win 35. So we go in, say, it could be either one, Mavs or Heat go in. I know I'm going to get 35 back. So turn around to $35 on the underdog. So that way, I either break out even or I end up winning a bunch of money.
Yeah, there you go. It's not a bad idea. Yeah. What about you, Cav? Out of Celtics, Heat, Mavs, Warriors, is there like a team that kind of stands out to you?
Yeah, this is like the first time that I've kind of really switched to this whole thing. And I really like the Heat now. I mean, I don't know why, like, I haven't liked them all year, but like I feel like they always do this in the playoffs, or like at least they did last year.
Yeah, and look at them in the bubble.
Yeah, exactly, and they have the team. They have the team this year that could very easily win it all. So, and like you said, the performance they had against the Celtics, just like I actually do like the Heat.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with all of that. I like the Heat right now. I will say, like, I think the Heat can definitely pull it off, but either team on the East right now, I feel like is going to be the favorite.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, that's where I'd pull.
Yeah,
one of those two. Oh, and again, maybe it's because of a little bit of the excitement factor, like I was just talking about.
Yeah,
one of those 2 teams just seem like they're going to pull all the way through the end.
I know. So. I kind of hope somebody on the East does win, just because I've been saying ever since like we've been talking about this playoff talk, like somebody out of the East is coming out with the dub. So we'll see. Hopefully.
All right, we'll switch over, keeping it on with playoff talk, and we'll go hockey. So last night, Lightning pulled, kind of, I guess I would call it an upset over Panthers. They won 4-1 to start the series off. And then Avalanche pulled over the Blues, but that went to overtime. Blues did take that into overtime.
I did see that, yep.
So Lightning is just so good when it comes to playoff hockey. It's just stupid.
Yeah, I saw that too, especially last night when, a 4-1 win over the Panthers. So
yeah, and I believe if they win the cup this year, that's a 3-peat. I'm pretty sure they've been the champ for the last 2 years.
Wow.
Or so, and they were like almost. I don't know. I think they were just above the wild card spot. They were like last spot in their division to get in. So
here, I think I still have it. Let me see.
But I just don't see Panthers letting them get through. Panthers have been like one of the best teams all year.
I know. We were talking, though, earlier, like, because Panthers were so hot for a while. Like,
True.
Do they come down in the playoffs? I know when we were initially talking about this final stuff happening, we were kind of saying that Panthers might fall down in the playoffs.
Yeah. And I very well could see that happening. They just fall apart against the Lightning, and Lightning somehow pulls it out like they've done the last few years.
Right.
Personally, I think well, it'll be interesting because Hurricanes are down right now in the first period to the Rangers, but I see Hurricanes moving on, and I could see Hurricanes pulling up just because they've been so hot coming into the playoffs and stuff. Hurricanes beating either Lightning or Panthers.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess they do got to get past the Rangers first.
Right.
Rangers are kind of been one of those teams that I felt like has been like underestimated by a lot of teams, like watching how they play and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And then I have good to see Edmonton Oilers make it on because like Canadian hockey has not been very strong
on
the last few years. But I see Calgary Flames going further than Oilers.
I agree. Yeah, I see the Flames winning too.
Now Calgary is another Canadian team, but I think either one of them are going to lose to Avalanche.
Oh yeah, and I've been high on the Avalanche this whole year, really. So I definitely see them moving on again.
Yeah. So I could see right now the finals being Avalanche versus really either Lightning, Panthers, or Hurricanes. I'm going to have to take Hurricanes, though. I feel like Hurricanes are going to have an easier pass through Rangers in this series overall.
Yeah, I kind of see that as well. And I know you were saying that last week that you thought the Hurricanes were going to make it and possibly win it over Avalanche.
Yeah, as long as they stay hot, like I think they can.
No, it's been just like we're saying for the NBA though. This has been a great playoffs so far. So hopefully we can kind of keep that same energy coming in, and get some more games coming into that last Game 7. So I know last Sunday it looks like there was 2 Game 7s already. So yeah, hopefully. Yeah, it looks like there was even more on Saturday. 3 Game 7s on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of things went to the finals. So that's 5 Game 7s already in this NHL playoffs. So yeah, hopefully they can keep that same energy and keep the fans happy. Yeah,
but yeah, do you kind of agree though, Cav? I mean, Avalanche and
he
lost. Yeah, but I think he was saying last week he was high on Avalanche as well. So
yeah, I mean it's hard to go against them. They played so well throughout the season. They've been one of the top teams for that West Division, and so. There's been a few moves. I know Detroit's not renewing their contract with their coach, so they'll
really?
Yeah, I can't remember if he had one more year or not.
I think they definitely need something new. So
yeah,
whether that's the coach or GM or whatever, man, they need something to kind of get us back on track to what we used to be.
Yes, yeah. We lost a lot of talent. So I know we've been trying to rebuild.
Right. And that's every Detroit. We just have a bunch of young guys who have the potential and just need to put it together.
So I'm trying to read.
But
yeah, he was given an extension last year for 1 more year, so we'll be getting a new coach. I don't know who. I'll be interested to see if they pull up someone.
Right.
I can't remember if Nate's still the coach down at Griffins or not. I haven't really paid attention to them much this year. Normally, I'm a pretty avid Griffins fan.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I knew you always have been.
Yeah. We'll switch over and talk baseball.
Caleb Cavendish.
You there, Cabby?
Yeah.
We're switching over to baseball.
Okay.
Tigers lost 6-1 today.
They won like 4 straight.
Yeah, dude, I was just gonna say that they went on a big tear there for a while.
They swept the Orioles and they won Game 1 against the Rays.
Right, and then they just got their ass beat by the Rays.
Yeah, they did.
But no, it looked like we've been saying it all year, but it looked like they finally got some hits going. Like I was looking at some box.
There's still not a ton.
Yeah, but it wasn't a ton. I was looking at some box scores, and the batters that we need to start hitting were.
Yeah, like against Orioles, you look at our pitching must have been pretty good because it was like 2 runs, 0-1, and so we scored 4, 3, and 5.
That's what I was saying a couple weeks ago, though, is that the Tigers have like a top 10 ERA.
Yeah. Yep.
but they're like the worst team in baseball, and that's like the first time that's ever happened.
Because we can't freaking hit, dude.
They just suck at hitting.
Even like today, they had 5 hits total, and Torkelson got 2. So there was only 4 people that got a hit on the team. And
I honestly think, maybe I'm crazy for this, that it's kind of like golf with baseball hitting. Like, it's such like a mental thing.
I totally agree, because when you're down and you're not getting the bat on the ball, you're in your head so much.
You're in your head.
When you're up on the plate and you know that you haven't been hitting, it's just like, I need a hit, you know? So now you're thinking, like, you're just in your head so much. So, no, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, we're third to last.
Yeah.
The only 2 teams that are worse are the Reds and Washington.
And the Reds fucking suck.
Yeah, they're 10-26.
They're bad.
Washington's 12-26. Detroit's 13-25.
So
we're not far behind.
We're not far. I knew this was probably a couple weeks ago, but the Reds were like, they had 4 wins to like 18 or something. So must be they're pulling something.
Yeah, the last 10 games for the Reds, they've gone 6-4.
Yeah, there you go. So they're pulling something together. Wish that was, well, like we said, the Tigers had a pretty good streak there, 4-game win streak.
Yeah.
But no, I think you were saying it again last week, Devin. If we get the other team, if they're less than 3 runs, we're winning.
Yep.
If we can hold them to 3 runs, we're winning.
That's pretty much, if you look through all these scores with Detroit, that's like pretty much most of the time when we get a win. And because what? How many games have we held someone to 3 runs or less and didn't win? As I run through, there was a close one with the Athletics. So game 1 was 4-1. And did you see who was it? Pirates and was it Pirates and Reds maybe? Pirates won without registering a single hit.
How does that even happen?
Oh yeah.
Walked in.
There was a no-hitter.
No way.
Lost on a no-hitter.
What? I've never heard of that. That's probably the first time that's ever happened.
We lost 3 games.
Second time?
3 games to the Astros when it was 3-2. Every single game was 3-2.
Really?
For 3 of them.
Wow.
Those are the only ones that, at least in May.
So, I mean, that alone.
Oh, Orioles, we lost 2-0 back in beginning of April. Other than that,
Yeah, I mean, that's only 4 games, so we keep those other teams to 3 or less points, and we're probably right there.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it friggin' sucks. I mean, especially knowing what we were 9 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But, no, the only thing I saw that kind of big news out of the MLB, because we only really pay attention to Detroit.
Yeah.
Is it looks like Bryce Harper is out for at least 6 weeks because he can't throw.
Goodness.
So, which, I mean, I think he's on Washington, and Washington kind of sucks.
Yeah. Is he on Washington or is he on A's?
No, he might have. I think he got traded.
Yeah, he did. He did on Washington. No. All right. Let's see.
But
Twins had a big win over the Athletics, 14-4 today.
Nice. Good for them.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it looks like the Yankees kind of took over that top spot. I know it's been the Dodgers for a while, but yeah, the Yankees have been fucking tearing up.
Mm-hmm. They've been pretty good.
Judge is playing kind of out of his mind right now, and then Giancarlo Stanton, I know I was kind of backlashing him last week, but it looks like he's actually kind of pulled it together, and he's doing pretty well.
Yeah, Twins are kind of pulling away for Detroit's division. And then Chicago, Cleveland are pretty close together. And then us and Kansas City towards the bottom.
The good thing about our division is it looks like it's pretty, like, we can compete in there.
We can get up to top 3, I would say.
Yeah.
Like potential.
There's nobody
maybe
who's really
top
like
2, but
yeah. There's nobody. It's not like a huge gap. Twins are 3 games, so it's not like a huge gap. But I feel like we start pulling some wins together, we can be right up there.
Well, all it would take is for like a series, like that we sweep a series with like the Sox or Cleveland.
Yeah, exactly.
And bam, we're that goes from 3 games, or that's a 6-game. That'd be a 6-game swing if it was a 3-game series.
Yeah,
and he's 3 losses for them and giving us 1.
Yeah,
so it could swing that quickly. I'm just trying to scroll through to see if I can see. Houston's pretty good. Dude, that National West division is pretty tough. I mean, other than Colorado and Arizona, who kind of suck. But
A's, Angels.
Yeah, you have Dodgers, San Diego, and San Francisco. That's 3 games that separate those 3, and they're all 22 and more wins.
Oh yeah,
so that's a pretty stacked division.
Do you see the win differential at all? Do you kind of see that?
Like for each, like how many games?
Just by points.
Like the percentages, like the .676.
No, just like so I have it on ESPN pulled up right now, just the standings. They have like win differential. The Dodgers are plus 83 points compared to their opponents.
Okay.
The next best is New York, which is still pretty good, is 74. And then after that is 46. So that's insane. Crazy. Dodgers and Yankees are, 74 and 83. And then next best win differential is 46 to the A's.
Wow.
Or Astros, sorry. That's kind of a crazy stat right there.
Yeah.
So Dodgers and Yankees are destroying basically everybody they play.
Yeah, they are. Yep, basically 203 runs the Dodgers have scored.
Jesus. That's stupid.
The next closest to that
looks like the Angels. You actually have quite a few.
Angels have 91.
191.
Or 191. San Francisco is just under that at 189. Wow.
And here we are at 105, Detroit.
Yeah.
Who was probably the worst, it looks like.
Who has a losing record? Cubs have a losing record, but has a +5 point differential.
Wow. Okay. Here's a stat for you. Just 'cause I've been looking at it. So Detroit is at 105.
Yeah.
The next worst is at 120.
We just can't hit the ball to save our lives.
So there's a stat for you. We fucking suck.
How do you... Oh, all right. No, they're not. Chicago White Sox are at 500 even on their season right now. They're 18 and 18. They are minus 26.
Jeez. How does that even happen?
That's what I'm thinking.
Walks? Like Caleb's saying, no hitter with
maybe walks, or just when they lose, they lose.
Yeah,
they must give out a shit ton of runs when they lose.
Jeez. Yeah, because they're sitting second in Central right now, which Cleveland has a +4, so they're in the positive, and they're still ahead of them with minus 26.
I mean, not by a lot. It's close right there, but man, and then the Reds minus 64.
Isn't that crazy? I told you they suck.
They have given up 210 runs.
Well, even the other Central Pittsburgh. See, look at Pittsburgh's differential.
70. Wow. Yeah. Minus 72. Dude, most of their games must be just super high scoring.
Right. Yeah, it's like 14-2,
But again, looking at this, it's crazy to think we're, I mean, we got a lot of baseball left, but
oh yeah,
last place to first place is only a 17-game differential.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's so much baseball left that could
And like I said, all it would take is a few series where a team just doesn't play well.
I mean, yeah, the Reds watch them come up. You never know.
Yeah.
I know that happened with Detroit last year. They were sitting at probably the worst record in the league at this point.
Yeah.
And then they started pulling off some series and got to about 500 and were decently close to wild card. So,
yep. All right. Well, that's all I got for baseball talk. So we'll switch over and do golf.
Here's what Cavy's been waiting for.
Yep. Got a major this week. So PGA Championship. Playing in Oklahoma. I can't remember exactly the course. I think it's like a $12 million purse. Cabby, are you there?
Yeah.
Is it $12 million for this purse?
Yeah, this is my favorite tournament because, I mean, this isn't the PGA Tour, it's PGA of America, and that's like what I am.
Yeah.
So like club pros and stuff has a shot to get into this tournament. So like last year,
you could make it.
Like I could make it, yeah. But last year it was Jeff Raw, Tim Pierce, and Ben Cook all made it into the PGA Championship, and Ben Cook actually made the cut and got low pro. He's actually a Ferris grad, so it's really cool to see like all the guys that are just regular like golf professionals that like golf courses who get a chance to play.
Dude, that's awesome.
And yeah, and it's just such a different kind of feeling that it's not like it means affiliated with the PGA Tour, obviously, but it's the PGA of America, and it's pretty cool. And then being a major, all the guys are really playing. All the top 50 guys are playing, but a couple things is Phil Mickelson, the reigning champ, he won last year, actually withdrawn. He decided not to play.
Oh, I did see that. That sucks.
And it's because of all this Saudi Arabia stuff still, just kind of guess. And then Bryson DeChambeau just announced probably like 2 hours ago that he's not going to play due to he had surgery like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
He hasn't played since the Masters, so there's a couple big names that aren't playing, but I mean, Tiger Woods is playing, so it's kind of all that matters, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. He's going to win it.
Top 40. That's what I have.
But I kind of, it's interesting because a big topic for the PGA Tour guys is like going into a major. Is it better to take the week off prior and work on your game, work on like your mental health and prepare for it, or to play in a tournament to kind of see like what you need to work on the next week? And it's just a huge like controversial thing over it.
What would you do?
A lot of I think I would probably play. Depending on where I'm at. If I'm a top 50 guy, I don't need the money, blah, blah, blah.
Right. But still, would you play?
I think if I had technically you'd have 2 weeks going into the major. And I think golf is such a mental sport. I'm going to get way too technical, way too mental, and it's just going to hurt me. Because there is a thing of over-preparing in a way.
Right.
And I would almost...
So
I would put it more as what course I was playing the week before, and stuff, or that mental piece of it, of like making sure if I'm going to play in a tournament or something, I want to make sure I'm going to win or do fairly well at it.
Yeah.
If it's at a course I don't like, or if it's a style of course that doesn't fit my playing style well, nope, I'm going to go to a course that's maybe cake and go just shoot really well.
I agree.
But there was a lot of big names who played last week. I mean, Jordan Spieth, Dustin Johnson, Rory, JT. There's a bunch more, and they all played fairly decent. Jordan took second, and he's one of my favorites going into this week.
Yeah, we have right now up on the screen your picks that you sent me earlier. So
yeah, we can run through them. I see if I can remember them at the top of my head, but.
So your winner, of course, like you just said, Jordan Spieth. Top 5 was I spelled Roy wrong. McIlroy. He's plus 300 for top 5. You have Scotty Scheffler and John Rahm for top 10. Top 20, you have Jason Day, Brooks Koepka, and Matthew Wolff. Matthew Wolff was the one that surprised me the most out of probably who you picked for everything.
I like Jason Day for sure.
So we'll kind of just run through them
and
now.
Brooks Koepka,
So
actually.
Top 20 was Jason Day, Matthew Wolff, and Brooks, right?
Yep.
And so Brooks, I think, is a two-time PGA champion winner. He always just seems to play well here. I don't think he's going to do anything better than top 20, so I just have him in the top 20.
I like that pick.
Matthew Wolff has been probably the biggest head case and struggle we've seen in a very long time on the PGA Tour.
I don't know. Ricky might be worse.
True. I don't know. But 2 weeks ago, so Matthew Wolff was going through a lot. He went through a lot of therapy and stuff. And he took a whole new approach to the game. And he actually went out and played really, really well, kind of like he used to back in college. He took a top 10 finish 2 weeks ago. And so I think that's really going to help him, and I think he's going to play well here. I honestly do think he's a top 20 golfer when he's playing his best, and I think he's close to that. And then Jason Day has been playing well pretty much throughout the season. He just can't really seem to find the winner's circle. So
I really like both of those. I like Jason Day and Brooks Koepka. I haven't kept up with Matthew enough to know, but I'd put money down on him.
Yeah, your top 10 doesn't really surprise me. Scotty Scheffler and Jon Rahm, those are the two top golfers right now. So you have them top 10.
All season long they've been by far the best two golfers, the most consistent golfers. So I think they're probably both plus odds. So why not throw a little money on them? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That was almost, I feel your safety picks there. You kind of went a little further on your top 20s. McIlroy was top 5 for you.
Yeah, he always seems to play well here. So, and he played decent this last week. I think he played 3 weeks ago. He played really well, and he is always he's one of the best golfers of all time. So I always like betting on him in major championships, whether he wins them or not. But that's kind of why I chose him there.
Yeah. And then Jordan Spieth you have for winner, and kind of me too. It's just my thought was on him to win it was because of how well he just played. And then 2, this course you got to be good with your irons, and he's normally fairly good with his irons or just good at the short game in general. If you know.
Yeah, his ability to save, I guess you could say pars or birdies, and even bogey, he's unbelievable when he needs to get out of shitty situations. And he's gonna find, everybody's gonna find themselves in more shitty situations because it's the PGA Championship. It's a pretty hard course and set up hard. And he won, what was it, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? He won. He took a second, I think tied for second this last week. And he's been going through a swing change all season, and he's looking really, really good. And I think he's gonna get it done this week.
Yeah,
that's kind of my thoughts too. It's just the way he plays and how he's been playing, and because I was watching one of the guys' oldest caddy for that course. It's where he primarily works, and he was talking about just how the bunkers are laid out and how tall they leave the roughs and stuff. It's when you go to play, hey, coming out of the rough, you either got to try to get it up over the bunker in the way it's laid, and how tall it is. It's very, very hard to do that. Or you can play kind of the safe shot to the front side of the bunker, but that's going to put you a long ways out from the cup to be able to try to putt in or something like that. So, if you get yourself in trouble, and don't have good mid range, if your second shot puts you in the rough, you're going to struggle. So, that's why I chose Jordan Spieth for my winner. I went for top 5, Brooks Koepka and Patrick Cantlay. And then top 10, I went Tiger Woods, Victor Hovland, and Scheffler. And then top 20, I have Billy Herschel. Tiger's probably my biggest wild pick out of all these.
Yeah, is he plus 100 again to make the cut?
No, I think it was minus 115 or 125 or something like that.
I don't know. Everybody's saying he looks good as ever, but I just don't see him getting top 10. It's just so hard to come back, and it's only his second tournament back. And
and I had heard
top 10 in a field like this.
Yeah, and I had heard that he went and played last weekend and played really well. Like, everyone was impressed, and like he's saying his back's feeling better and stuff like that. So,
I mean, his club speed now at, what is he, 51?
Yeah.
50, he might be 50 even. His club speed now is higher than it's ever been. He's hitting the ball farther than he ever has. He just freaking died in a car accident. It's just, this dude is just not human.
Yeah. Like, so it wouldn't surprise me for him to make top 10. My biggest concern is how stiff does he get if it is as cold and windy as they're talking for Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, I give him a top 20 at best. But I also threw Matthew Wolf in my top 20, and everybody would look at me like I'm stupid. So
Your reasoning, though, makes sense.
Austin, you want to run through your picks?
Yeah, I'll go through mine. So I had winner is Scotty Scheffler, and the only reason I'm doing that is because he's so freaking hot this year. I just had to keep it rolling. I know usually that doesn't happen. Somebody's super hot coming into a big tournament like this, but I just don't see why not. Top 5, John Rahm, who has been arguably a top golfer in the past 3 years, and JT. And then top 10, I have Victor Hovland and DJ. Those are just big names who have the potential to make top 10, always do. And then top 20, Tony Finau, who I think just had a pretty decent finish last week. 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, well, yeah.
2 weeks ago, so I figured, definitely can make top 20, should make top 20. And then I just, for a fun one, I threw Tiger Woods in top 20 because I've heard the same thing as Cavi. He's been golfing really well, and he's just a freak. So
yeah, you can't count Tiger out.
You can't count him out. So I just threw him in top 20 just for fun. And all of these odds, as you can see, if you win, put $5 on any of them, you're making pretty decent money. And I figured at least 3 of these are hitting for sure.
Let's see. DraftKings had, I think it was Morikawa, and who else was it? Spieth to both finish in top 10, and I think that was plus 800 or plus 500. It is.
Lost Cavi.
I was gonna say, Colin has me more worried than Spieth. Spieth obviously I think is gonna do well since I have him as going winner, but it'll be interesting to see how that really does play out. But see if Cavi calls back. He keeps just hanging up on us.
I know.
That jerk. Yeah, this should be a good tournament. I'm excited to watch it. It should be on, I don't know if it's quite on Central Time or not, or if it'll be on Eastern. Hopefully it's on Eastern.
Yeah.
And
I just put all my money on this outing. So hopefully I put all my bets down. So hopefully at least a few of them will win. Like I said, I'm thinking 3 of them will win, and I'll come out at least even.
Yeah. Well, if Scotty Scheffler wins it, that's going to be huge for you.
Yeah, I know. If he wins it, I'm good.
So what'd that be? That'd be...
I put $5 on it, so I think it's 55.
Yeah. Yep, 55. I have the rest of them, like Tony Finau, that'd be $10, plus your $5 back. Tiger Woods is
a little over,
4. No, I don't remember. 300 would be 15.
Yeah, so $12.
Yeah. I normally don't go for I go for the wild ones, like Brooks Koepka top 5 for plus 800.
Right.
Tiger Woods top 10 for plus 600. I have a few little ones that are Victor Hovland. Me and you have him top 10. That's a plus 260. So, which I don't think you quite got him for 260. So it must be.
I didn't know.
That's a lot.
I think it's 2.
So that must mean a lot of people think he's gonna get top 10. They're bumping him down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was 200.
It'd be great if Spieth wins it all, though, for me.
No shit.
Well, I think that's all I got for sports this week.
Yeah, that was pretty good talk.
Yep. day early. We're recording this. Normally we do it on Thursdays. We switched over to Thursdays, and just gonna work a little better to do it tonight. I might cut up and throw the golf talk tonight, and then maybe throw the rest out tomorrow. So that way it's two videos.
There you go.
So, well, I guess peace out till next time.